Boom, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Panu from Tech Dude. As you know, the context before that means within a bit. Okay. As you know, the context, my AMD PC again started giving me a trouble, so we are just going to rebuild a PC from Intel lineup. Before that, we are just going to use some of the parts which have been used from my previous desktop, such as I'm using the RAM from my previous desktop, previous PC, hard disk from my previous PC, and power supply from my previous PC. So we are just going to use some of our parts from previous PC, and let's put that previous parts into our new build. And it will be somewhat a long video. Please do enjoy. So let us roll the intro.
Have you ever seen this? Have you ever felt this? It's a feeling so unheard.
As you can see, these are the parts I'm using from my previous PC: hard disk, RAM, SSD, power supply, and the graphic card. And these are all are in working condition, so I'm reusing it. You can see these are the things we bought from CTC. And let's go. This is an i7 12th gen processor, and it comes with I guess 12 cores. And this is the MRP cost, as you can see here. And here we got an MSI basic motherboard. The model number is Pro B760 ME 4, and a basic case. And in childhood I used to like RGB, but now I like simple minimal cases and stuff. And this is an liquid cooler I have opted for. So these are the things I have purchased from CTC. I saved around 2000 rupees buck, 1800 to 2000 rupees bucks by purchasing or shopping offline. I have purchased all this from various shops. So I have first inquired the prices in different shop, and I purchased where we can get the better deals. So that is how the online offline shopping works in my case. So this is it. As you can see here, we got a MSI motherboard. It supports both Intel 12th and 13th gen processors. And here you can see the motherboard model number is Pro B760 ME 4 motherboard. I got this motherboard around 5600 rupees on in CT. There is no detailed unboxing for this, so we have just took out the motherboard out of the box, and we are removing this cover, electrostatic cover. As you can see, there is one PCI port and two RAM slots. It supports up to 64 GB of RAM, 32 DIMMs, 32 GB RAM sticks in every each slot. And here you can see this is how the processor socket looks like. And here you can see this is our processor, and it is Intel Core i7 12th gen, and there is a processor on top. On the box it costs around 42,000 rupees, but you can get it easily around 28 to 30,000 rupees, which is an still deal at the price range. And the more detail, if you want to, I guess it comes with a 12 cores CPU, and I guess 8 cores 4 threads maximum. Let me take a look. I'm sorry, just I have checked on the website. It is basically 20 core CPU, and it comes with a 12 core CPU and 8 threads technically. So it is an overall, it is a mixture of 20 core CPU. And there you can see this is an sticker you can see on the booklet. And it is an fan, but we are not going to use this inbuilt fan, because it doesn't stop that much. It is useful for basic task, but we are going to do heavy tasks on our PC, so we bought radiator from Coolmaster. And I'm keeping this aside and removing the processor from the slot, and there we go. As you can see, this is how the processor looks. and we have to just remove it from the box. I know it may take time, but it is worth it. And I know I'm taking ages to open it up. As you can see, I finally opened it up, and there we go. Now I'm just removing gently. Now I have to just align this small triangle on the left side corner to the motherboard small triangle on the left side corner. You have to just place it, don't apply much pressure, and just put the cover on the top and just lock it up. Yeah, don't apply any pressure and just lock it up. As you can see, this is how the cover comes out. Here you can see this cover. Keep it safe. It may useful in future while you are giving servicing to your motherboard. And I'm applying thermal paste. As you can see, this is an Cool Master Liquid 240L core. This is an CPU cooler. As you can see right over there, it costed me around 5200 rupees, and it is a non-RGB cooler. I feel like RGB is a waste of money. So I didn't get RGB, so I'm just peeling the cover off from the box. And there you can see on the right side you can see the specs. On the back side of the box you can see the eyelets, and on the front you can see the actual CPU cooler look product, or your product look. And just I'm unable to figure out how I can open this box up, but I'll figure out in a while. You should open the box from right side. As you can see, these are the things you can find it in your box. You will get two 120 fans and one radiator and coolant. I mean, radiator cooler, two fans and some screws and some base plates and stuff, and a user manual so that you can see and assemble the radiator by yourself. And ignore my fingers. I spill all the thermal paste on my fingers. Now here you can see you will get little pouches. As you can see, there are base plates, screws, and you will get a thermal paste. And I don't know about this thing, and so that's why I have such a thermal paste all over my house. And these are the things you will get in the box. As you can see, there are two fans as well. So these are the accessories you will get in the box. And the major thing, the radiator is quite light weight compared to the build quality. The build quality is I guess it is completely steel or aluminum. I'm unable to figure it out, but this is what you can get in the box. And the user manuals huge. And as you can see, just take the radiator and place the fans upside down, and you have to see the logo on the front. And just screw it up tightly so that the fans does not move away from the radiator. And everyone should keep in mind that when you are fixing the radiator, the logo should be front. And keep that simple thing in mind. And I'm just placing all the screws, and now I'm fitting the screws on the another side of the radiator. I'm placing another fan on the other side, and I'm just tightening up. As you can see here, I'm inserting the base plate from behind. And as you can see, you may see the base plate appear from backside. I'm just peeling off the sticker from the radiator. Peeling the plastic, you have to just align the cooler with the base plate screws. And just you have to place it gently. And this is how it looks. Now just put the screws of on the four sides of the cooler. So this is how you can tight the cooler and place the cooler. But keep this thing in the mind that you should not apply more pressure or heavy pressure on this cooler, because the CPU pins will get damaged or bent when you apply more pressure on the cooler and stuff. And if does if that happen, you cannot claim for warranty also. After doing that, just place the RAM sticks, just click it, align with the slot, and just press it, apply minimal pressure. There we go, it's done. Oh my god, now it's done. Yeah. So now just place the M2 SSD in the slot and place the screw and tight it up gently, and don't apply much pressure here too, because there may be chances your SSD can break. Now the major task is I'm just removing the cabinet from the box. As you can see, this is how the cabinets looks like, and there you can see on the front you will get one USB 3.0 port, 2.0 port, one audio jack, and one microphone jack, etc. Removing the cabinet from the box, this is how it looks, and I'm removing the IO shield from the box. As you know, you should remove the side panels on the both sides so that you can get an good access from the for the cabinet to fit in the parts. There you go, I'm just placing the or aligning the IO shield of your motherboard with the cabinet. Just align with the corners of the cabinet, align the IO shield uh, with the corners of the cabinet. There you go. After doing that, just place the motherboard gently and align the ports of the motherboard with the IO shield, like I'm doing. And just see the corners of your cabinet and just place the motherboard gently. Now after placing the motherboard gently in the cabinet and aligning the ports with the IO shield, there you go. As here you can see, just place the screws on four sides of the motherboard, and just tight it up. As you can see there, you have to align the motherboard in the screw racks and just put the screws in it and just tighten up as I'm doing here. I'm not showing all the process because it is time consuming. I'm giving a rough idea. You can see here now the time to place the power supply in the cabinet. There you go, I'm just taking the power supply as you can see on the screen, and it's an I guess around 850-watt power supply from deep cool. Just I'll place it on the place it in the bottom hood of the cabinet, as you can see here. Sorry for that, for blocking the camera view. And if it doesn't fits right, just flip the power supply over, then there you go, you can see that the power supply is properly aligned with the screw holes, as you can see. uh, there you go, I'm zooming it in a bit. There you go, it is perfectly aligned with the screw holes. Now just take some star screws, just put it in the screw areas, just place it gently and just tight it up. There you go, I'm doing it. Finally you have aligned all the screws, and this is the last screw, I'm placing it in, and I'm just tightening it up with the help of an star screwdriver. There you go. There you go, I'm just showing how to do wiring. You have to just take the cabinet wires and cabinet ports, just look at your motherboard manuals and just place it in the respective motherboard pins, as you can see what I am doing. And there is an cautious here, just don't put over pressure on the motherboard pins, but because it may completely damage the motherboard. and that's the reason. Don't put over pressure on the motherboard pins. Technically, what I'm doing is here is after placing the SMPS in the SMPS hood, I'm just taking the 24 pin and giving power to the motherboard, and just I'm taking the CPU power and putting in the CPU power port on the motherboard, and I'm next connecting the powers for the SSD, as well as I'm giving wiring for the radiator. uh, so it may be a time taking process, so that's why I did in a time lapse, and I'm just checking out that whether the radiator fits perfectly or not, as you can see here. So there you go. Now after doing that, I'm placing screws on the top and just tightening it up after doing all the wiring for the motherboard and stuff. As you can see, we have placed 4 screws on this radiator. As you can see there, I'm just removing the graphic card panel from backside of the cabinet. There you go. And just I'm just popping it out. Now I'm just taking a screwdriver, and I'm trying to remove the steel part of the cabinet so that I can mount my graphic card right there. And I guess I've realized that there is screw over there, so I'm just removing it. And I know it's a FT process, but we'll do it off. There you go. I'm just popping out the steel kind of thing from this cabinet. Now I'm placing my previous graphic card in this cabinet. Oh my god, what the lame thing I did. I've just I'm just trying to put my graphic card on the reverse pair. There you go. Successfully we are trying to put the graphic card inside our cabinet. I guess the graphic card is pretty huge. I guess it doesn't fit in the cabinet, but some or the other way we are just trying to place the graphic card in the cabinet. So that's the thing, that's the reason why it is taking so much of time to place the graphic card. I guess it is completely, we have completely put the graphic card. There you go, we have successfully placed a graphic card, and now we are just trying to place the screw behind the cabinet so it holds the graphic card in its place. And there you go, on the right side you can see 6-pin power for the graphic card. So we have to take a cable from the power supply and put it in. Now this is how the wiring looks inside the PC, and I know it's quite messy, but we can't help because it is an micro ATX cabinet. So we have just put trying to place it. It's a huge struggle, yeah. After assembling the PC, I've connected cables to my new PC. There you can see it's lighted up and it is completely working in perfect condition. If you're new to this channel, drop a like, drop a comment and subscribe my channel. Tech Dude signing off, your Tech Dude.